Well, hello and welcome to the Points of Interest podcast. I get the buttons all mixed up for a second. Welcome to the most generic podcast on the internet. My name is Josh Hawks. I am the 303 Ninja, and right over there, he is my podcasting partner for life. He is the other guy. It's Mr. Francis Fernandez.
I can't bow because then my head would just be the top of my head. So you'd see that. My chair is squeaking. Can you hear my chair squeaking, by the way?
No, because the music's playing.
Okay.
On my end.
Chair keeps squeaking.
That is a major issue, I feel, that happens to all the quote-unquote gaming chairs.
This is an office chair. This is an office chair. It's not even a gaming chair. It's just an office chair.
That sucks. That happens to a lot. The thing I always have happen to office chairs is the armrest foam.
Yeah.
Tearing at the end.
Like, that's why you need to get a Herman Miller.
Oh, is this commercial time already?
For $2,000, you too can own. Yeah. So anytime you look up best desk chairs online, the Herman Miller Aeron or something, I think it's called. It's got a mesh back and like a cushiony bottom.
I appreciate a cushiony bottom, Francis.
$2,000, right? Lasts you for life, apparently, according to because if you spend $2,000, it better last you for the rest of your life. But yeah, apparently that's like the chair people swear by because it's the most comfortable, most ergonomic. Blah 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 blah.
Does it have 4 or 5D armrests, which is the stupidest term I've ever heard for an armrest?
I've never met a good armrest, actually.
It's an armrest. It doesn't need. I don't need it to move in directions my arm doesn't move in.
Here's the thing: the armrest on this too short. My arms are like up here. The armrests are like 5 inches below my arms. Thus, I cannot rest my arms. I mean, I can rest my arms. I can't rest my elbows.
You just have to get your gangster lean.
I do that all the time. That's the problem. Is I'm always like this on the show.
And that then defeats the point of having an ergonomic chair.
And do you know why I keep doing this? This is a terrible chair. I think I got this from Costco. It's a terrible chair. It hurts my butt all the time. I have to get a new chair. I just don't want to spend the money for a new chair because that's.
Well, Francis, that last kayfabe, that last warehouse kind of place that I worked at that wasn't Costco.
Oh yeah.
They had fairly affordable gaming and office chairs.
I might have to get. You were telling me that the gaming chairs are squeaky, but I'm kind of beginning to think I need to get a gaming chair.
I mean,
because at least the gaming chairs
out there that have like built-in armoires, or how do you say that? The footrest things.
As I say, an armoire is like a closet. It's like
I don't know furniture names, but a footrest thing.
Yes.
Like, what do you put your foot on? That's on the end of a couch. Like
the ottoman.
Ottoman. That's the word I was looking for. Not an ottoman, but it's like a built-in footrest, calf rest thing. I don't know. I also don't know why you need your gaming chair to lay back to 130 degrees. I don't know who's sleeping on a gaming chair. Or maybe that, okay. Yeah, I do know what it's for. Never mind. Forgot. Certain demographics use it.
I spoke with someone recently about the Anime Expo debacle of their speed dating and how there were no women there. It was all men, and they had to sit across. All the men had to sit across from each other and pretend it was a speed date because that's what they signed up for. That's what they waited in line for 3 hours for. Yeah, they're the type. In other words, they're the demographic that uses. They're the ones who uses that chair.
I was going more for quote unquote content creation, but okay.
Oh, I never thought about that too. I guess that too. Yeah.
Oops, let me open this drawer to get my controller out. Oh, my dildo's in there. Sorry, everybody.
Is that still a thing?
I don't know.
I don't either.
I don't know what the e-girl Twitch, their little attention-getting schemes are.
I could tell you, since I'm on Twitch right now, I'll let you know. But go on. What's up? What's going on? What's happening, my friend? What's happening?
There's things happening, and there's not things happening, Francis. This whole job market thing and not working, really beating into my head at this point.
It's tough out there for a pimp. I get it.
Tough. I have been signed on to a group, but the position is on call, not in the sense of like I need to wear a beeper, on
That'd be
call.
funny.
If they give me a fucking beeper, that'd be rad. I would do that all the time. I'd turn it on and turn it off, just like I did with my very first one that had no service, just so I can be like, I'm important.
You think current pagers, beepers connect to Wi-Fi, so then you never have like that problem?
There's basically to have a pager beeper at this point. They're dedicated lines for beeper pagers because they're still analog, or it's a digital converting to an analog signal or whatever. I don't know how it works, man. I don't work in the phone business. But where was it going? But it's on call, as in like, hey, Steve isn't going to make it today. Can you go to this location? So that doesn't even mean that I'll have, that I'm any kind of a set schedule. So I don't want to, throw balloons and confetti and be like, oh, I have a job. Because, sure, but I don't have a regular schedule or anything like that. So
not yet.
Hard to hear me. I don't
understand.
No, I hear.
Oh, really?
I don't understand why. Everything's turned up. Everything is. That's coming in a little low, but everything is the way it normally is. So I don't know.
Because I'm making out with the mic while you're just like, I don't know.
I've turned up the gain, so hopefully it's better. But yeah, so this whole job thing is kicking my ass, and I'm tired of it because although I don't particularly enjoy quote unquote going to work, what?
Mm-hmm. So I listened to the stream. The OBS is picking up your camera mic instead of your.
Damn it! Didn't we just do this?
Well, no, you did that. Well, Discord is picking up your regular mic, but Discord is fine because I hear you in your regular mic, but OBS or whatever is picking up your other mic.
Yeah. How about now? You have to let me know because.
Yes, you sound fine now.
Oh, okay.
Sure,
and now I'm peaking.
Ginger will feel better now that she can hear you properly.
I hope so. And now, I'm like peaking hard now. Okay, that's weird. I'm not a fan of all this technology.
Ginger approved.
Okay, good. Thank you, by the way. So yeah, as I was saying, now that everybody can actually hear me, the job market sucks and it's kicking my ass and I'm tired of it. And although I don't particularly enjoy, quote unquote, going to work, nobody really likes having to go to work, but I want to work. I want to feel like I'm doing my part in like, not only like society, but like also like responsibilities I have to like myself and, responsibilities I take on as a boyfriend and you understand what I'm saying. I just don't feel like I'm contributing anything. And luckily everything from the spring into so far the summer, I've been invited to, or it's been already paid for prior. So like things have kind of worked out, but I want to do something for my birthday. I want to go somewhere for my birthday. And that window to do it is getting smaller and smaller and smaller.
Yes. Again, I am in shock utter shock. It's already July. I blink. I mean, I remember yesterday being January, and now it's freaking July, and it's just time is moving far too quickly. I'm a little annoying how quickly time is moving.
Yeah, it's
I would like it to slow down, especially since I need to start thinking about like vacation, right? Like I haven't taken any time off this year for 7 months. I haven't taken any time off. I've been
yeah,
working
it's
every day of the week.
we're at the halfway point of the year, almost exactly.
Yeah,
As we record, we're a week away from the halfway point of the year.
yeah.
So
No, we're past the halfway point of the year because the last month was the halfway point.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
12 months. Yeah, okay. I always think, Christmas in December, those sales. Did they still do those sales? They used to do those sales. And that was always like the halfway point to Christmas sort of thing.
Well, I mean, they're already putting up Halloween decorations in certain places, so
Sure. Yeah, that's it. I mean, that's just the way it is. I mean, just time moves fast, I guess. We just are sitting here just passengers on a train that never stops.
Yep.
But I'm happy that this group is taking me on. Let's get some hours going here, or a chance to prove myself so I can get hours and make money and maybe get to do something for my birthday.
Vegas, baby.
Maybe be able to, buy Christmas gifts. That'd be nice.
Vegas, baby.
Yeah, that too. That'd be fun to do.
Ton.
Today, Francis.
Today.
Today is National Nude Day, and
Oh God, you saw that.
I didn't tell you, but I am participating. But I put a shirt on, for the people, but I'm not wearing any pants.
That's the beauty of being nude. It's like I am nude, just under all this clothing.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm nude
Yeah.
all the time.
I'm such a slut. I take my showers naked.
Now you know where those streamers are from Twitch. They're too busy taking showers.
Yes, that's what it is. Make sure you go to their Fansly and Bitcoin them up or whatever.
Yeah.
Tip them. I don't understand how it works. Hey, do you remember Dave and Buster's?
Yeah. Remember?
Well, I mean,
they still exist.
I mean, do they really? I mean, the last time I went there, it was in the evening time, around the time people would be going to Dave and Buster's, you would think, and it was bone dead in there.
I have only one near me.
Okay.
So, no.
So when's the last time you went? Exactly.
I used to. Yeah, I used to go because the friends I went with liked going there and doing ticket games, and like instead of buying something for $10, they like to win it for 50. So like
exactly.
So
I mean, everything that you can get from Dave and Buster's, Showbiz Pizza. Name your ticket winning place. You can go to Temu.
We have around one.
So you can go to Temu or the other places, Alibaba, and get all the same shit, for pennies.
All the worst places to get stuff. Yes, you can.
Well, whatever, man. Like wherever. I mean, wherever else. The guy in the van that shows up that has all the art and fucking stuffed animals. You buy it from him.
Right. Sure.
The girlfriend and I went to like a street fair, amusement park celebration thing recently. And we found a booth that had these little crochet looking little characters with affirmations that they're holding little signs of affirmation and love and stuff like that.
Okay.
And we grabbed a couple. Well, she grabbed a couple. And a couple days later, I'm scrolling the Instagram and look, there's the exact same things that I'm pulling up. There's some bulk buy of whatever these things were called. I'm like, oh, okay. I get it. Good for them. These things probably cost $10 for a box. They charge us $10 for each one.
Yeah.
But that's cool. Knickknacks are one of those things that you just. I mean, if I could buy the knickknack, I'm going to buy it. Rather than get tickets, try and win tickets for something. I don't have the patience to win tickets for something. Unless you go to
So why did you bring it up though? What's happening at Dave and Buster's though?
Oh, well, Dave. So that's. I'm trying to find a fucking segue. Because nope. Look, they're not very busy. Nobody's really going to Dave and Buster's. So Dave and Buster's teamed up with some production company, and they are going to put in 8 to 11 cities a quote unquote rave inside of Dave and Buster's. I use the quote unquote rave because the term has completely lost its meaning. Now anything that plays EDM is going to be a rave. But I'm down for it. I signed up for the information drop that is supposed to happen tomorrow. Apparently, the Dave and Buster's that it's going to be at is right down the street from my house. And like I said, the last time we went, the girlfriend and I, was probably, I think 2 years ago. We went and had food before we saw Barbie came out 2 years ago, right?
I think so, yeah.
The Barbie movie? Yeah. That's when we went and got lunch and then went and saw Barbie because in the same parking lot. And it was dead there. So why not throw a concert in there? I mean, think about it. There's like 5 restaurants inside of a Dave and Buster's, and you don't need all that space for people to sit down. It's not that busy anymore.
Sure.
So you take out those tables and all that shit, and you got plenty of space for people to dance and set up a little stage for a DJ.
Yeah,
I'm down for it. I think it's cool.
Yes, the Raven Busters USA tour, which will hit in Denver, starts the end of the month and ends the end of the year. So have fun with that.
And it's, I think the concert is going to be next month sometime, which I'm telling you right now, August is a lot more activity filled for me than this month is.
Good.
Handful of concerts, a couple events. I'm not getting a tattoo, but there is a tattoo event that I'll be joining. And it'd just be cool to sit in a tattoo parlor and hear the guns going. I haven't heard a tattoo gun going in forever. Machine, sorry. They're not tattoo guns. But yeah, select locations. Denver's on the list. I think LA was on there as well. It wouldn't surprise me. But yeah,
I mean, it ends in California, so I don't actually think it. Yeah.
Either way, I mean, the little bit of information they said they're going to do like secret headliners. What does that mean? That could mean anything, but
actual real celebrities doing it.
Yeah, like I mean, to me, not knowing anything about Shaq, but DJ Diesel's, this is something Diesel would do, I think. It's got some sort of national name recognition. He could probably do a commercial for it.
There's only 7 stops for the year.
Well, it's a little test program.
I guess so. Well, apparently they did the test program back in 2023 where they were doing select locations where they had Raven Busters. But I guess this is the first time they're doing a world tour, a USA tour.
Interesting.
Brownies and Lemonade is apparently hosting it. Denver, Dallas, Brooklyn, Orlando, Irvine, which would be the closest one to me, and then Milpitas, which is Northern California. So it's not really. I mean, they're hitting the coasts. They're not hitting any of Midwest, Central.
They don't listen to EDM in the Midwest.
Oh, sure.
They listen to Crosby, Stills, and Nash.
What's UKG?
Some production group or
No, it's it's sounds of bass, house, trap, dubstep, UKG, and everything in between. So UKG is a type of music, apparently. You don't know what it is, but I was
No,
curious.
never heard of it.
Okay.
I think those are the letters of the app I just downloaded for this company I'm working for. It is, actually. So I don't know if they're part of UKG.
UKG is UK Garage. Is apparently the
Okay.
That's the acronym for UK.
That's not the same thing. But yeah, so that's happening. That could be cool to go to. It might be. We'll see.
Go for it. I can't imagine. Do you have to buy tickets?
I'm sure it'll be a ticketed event. So hopefully
What?
Hopefully I can come up with some funds.
EDM and skee ball. How fun.
I mean, it would make skee ball that much more fun.
Sure.
It would definitely make spending good money on useless tickets a little bit more interesting if you can shake your booty at the same time.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah. So daylight savings.
Yes.
Daylight savings. You and I agree on a lot of things, Francis. But daylight savings is not one of those things. No, we're on opposite ends. I like now time. Whatever time we're in now, this is what I prefer. I feel like this is getting into a Spaceballs routine. Whatever's happening now is happening now. The setting the clocks back, not a fan of that one. So if we can keep whatever this time is, I'm down for that.
If they put it back, here's the thing. If they pull it back, that means the sun rises, because the sun is rising at like 5:30 in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I do not have blackout curtains, so I wake up. I have to wear I have to put on my mask because it normally slips off in the middle of the night. I have to put my mask back on to be able to sleep my extra 2 hours before I have to get to work.
Then you call Buffy and you go get some Benedict Arnold.
I have to. What is that? Benedict Arnold.
You're wearing a sleep mask.
I have to because it's bright. I can't sleep when there's sun blaring in my eyes.
Which is why I've never taken an overnight position.
Yeah. But so if we do go an hour back, makes sense because then the sun rises at 6:30 and sets at 7:30, as opposed to rising at no, that doesn't make sense. It would, yeah, it would because it's backward. Yeah, instead of rising. No, wait a minute. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you're also you have to account for the Earth tilting as well.
Yeah.
So that's if we look at October. And the evening times, it's starting. It doesn't matter what time it is or whatever. Like 4:35, it's starting to get a little bit more dusk than it was in July at 4 or 5 o'clock, where it's blazing sun. You still have another 4 or 5 hours of sun.
Here's the thing. Here you go. See, it rises at freaking 6 a.m. and goes down at 8. But if we move the clock back, it'll rise at 7 at 6:50 something, 7 o'clock, and set at 9, I guess, or something, right? Falling back, no, 7. So yeah, I would rather we have more night in the mornings and less, and then you have the sun. Anyway, I don't know how time works. But I prefer the other way around. Yes,
sure. And this topic has been up in debate in Denver for years. It's been like the local government it's been up on the ballots off and on for as long as I've lived here. And it's just never gotten past whatever it needs. I don't remember the government branches, but it never gets where it needs to get here. And now it's on a national level. So we'll see. It probably won't get any further than it is.
Maybe not. I mean, California also voted on it like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, and we've never done anything about it. Like, we voted for it, but like no one's ever implemented it.
Well, they're still busy putting up the signs that say the air inside's going to kill you.
Yeah, that's true.
They got to make sure they get those in every building.
Every building, every beverage, every bit of food, everything, anything that can just like affect you in any way, shape, or form. Toilets. Yeah.
That'd be sweet if it was on the toilet.
Apparently, this isn't the first time we've done it. Back in 1970, they passed the bill, and it only lasted 2 years because people hated it.
That's funny.
Where they kept it was daylight saving time for 2 years straight, and they're like, no, you want standard time because Francis is right. I'm like, oh, okay. I wasn't born yet,
but they knew.
Yeah, they.
I think it should be optional. I think you can choose whether you want to be on daylight savings or not.
So every state gets to pick, actually.
No, not even state, individual.
Oh, good. Hey, Francis, you have a 10 o'clock meeting for work? All right, I'll be there at 9.
Yeah. Or maybe you're on East Coast time, whatever.
I'd rather be on Newfoundland time.
Time doesn't exist there.
Well, yeah, because they're I think they're only the only country that's either they have a half-hour difference from the rest of the world.
Oh.
So, yeah. So if it's 8 o'clock here, it's like 9:30 over there. So there's like this weird half-hour plus whatever the time difference is. So they added the half hour.
It's like that weird anomaly that happens in Chicago where everything's 5 minutes past the hour as well.
Oh, for their TV. Like they show shows like 5 minutes after the hour.
I actually looked into that because we talked about it on here, and something I always noticed as a kid, and I finally looked into it, and it's just for carryover reasons.
Yeah.
If you're watching the news and it goes past the hour, you're probably going to watch the Cubs afterward. Or if you're waiting to watch the Cubs, you're going to watch the last 10 minutes of the news. Oh, Superstation. But yeah.
How's that not a topic?
What's that?
How did you not make that a topic for today?
Superstation? I don't know.
You discovered what a superstation was.
Well, I mean, I still got to watch the documentary.
That's true. Keep us informed next time you watch
exactly.
the documentary.
But yeah, I prefer that whatever time we're in now, this is the time that I prefer. And it's not just, I'm more of a spring and summer person anyway. I'm more active. I'm more motivated to do things. As soon as that time change hits and it's dark at fucking 4 o'clock, I'm like, well, all right, I guess I'm going to bed.
So yeah, I guess I don't really care which time zone, like time thing we pick, standard or daylight, or I don't care. I just want winter hours. I just want the sun to rise at 10 and to set at 4, and I'll be a happy camper. Like if I could do that,
6 hours of sunlight.
Yeah, if we have that, I'll be the happiest little boy.
You need to move.
Really what I want.
You need to move to a mountain town that's in a valley.
Alaska. Oh
no, like my father. He lived in this mountain town that was in a valley, and the sun still comes up at whatever time it comes up, but like the sun doesn't hit the valley until like 10 in the morning. And then it leaves the valley around 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon. So as a kid, you had like 4 or 5 hours of like in the wintertime where it was going to be somewhat comfortable and you could go outside and play. But as soon as that sun isn't directly hitting you, that shit gets cold.
I need to find okay, so I need to apparently the most famous city that has this is Rjukan, Norway. So I got to go live in Norway, where apparently the days are short because of the valley that they live in. The mountains are so tall that the sun never climbs high enough during the winter. Oh, it says during the winter, but yeah, I wouldn't mind that. If the mountains are so high, and it takes forever for the sun to finally cast its sunlight on the earth, that's fine by me. I'll take that.
Mm. Or yeah, do the Alaska thing where you get the 40 days a night.
Yeah, and even in Alaska during the summer, I think the sun sets at like 4 or 5.
I mean, depending on where you are, it doesn't set at all.
True.
Like
you're
for half the year, like I said, not half the year, but for a grip of time during the winter, it's dark the entire time. I mean, it's dusky. It's evening-ish. The sun's never high in the sky. It's always low in the sky.
Yeah.
So it's not bright by any means. It's not completely inky dark either. And then the opposite is true as well, where it's, I think in the summer, it barely sets. You know, it's I watched it. Yeah, there's a episode of Survivor Man where he was building a tent or some kind of a shelter, and he's like, "Oh, and by the way, it's 3:30 in the morning right now," and his body was casting a shadow on the ground.
Mhm. Yeah, no, thank you. I'll go low enough to where we don't have to, in Alaska. I'll go low enough in Alaska where the night lasts longest, but the days are 24 hours.
Well, you know what you could do, and it'd be a hell of a lot cheaper. Is just, order some blackout curtains.
You can't have a full house of blackout curtains, though.
Why can't you?
Oh boy, I guess that's true.
I mean,
why not? Is the question. Why not?
My buddy's house. I mean, it was his mom's house, but the areas in which he claimed is, his room, whether it was his bedroom or the entire basement, was completely lit with black light. We replaced all the lights in those rooms with black light.
That's a little weird. Okay. A little weird.
It was really weird, especially when you left the house and your eyes had to adjust to, the rest of the UV scale.
Yeah. You just feel like the sun is burning your retinas because you're seeing sun for the first time. And
but it's one thing it's not the one thing, but it's one thing that we do disagree on, and that's fine. It's cool. Like I said, we're just kind of getting past my favorite time of the year, where it's, like I said, the beginning of summer, approaching the middle of summer. Then once it starts hitting, for here anyway, 100 degrees every day, I'm like, all right, I like summer, but fuck, it's hot.
I think we're still in spring.
Technically, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think summer starts on we're currently in the middle. You're right. We're currently in the middle of summer. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. I don't keep track of stuff like that, but I try to, like I said, I've been going on walks a lot more, trying to put in as many miles as I can in an hour by just walking.
Insanity.
Sure, but it makes me feel better, I guess.
I want you to get 10 hours in. 10 miles in. I mean, 10 hours. 10 miles in. I want you to get 10 miles.
If I can do 10 miles in an
2
hour.
hours.
Yeah, I mean, when I was doing the thing where I walked around and stopped shoplifters, I was hitting 10,000 steps within the first 2 hours. 2.5 hours, something like that. That's what the average is for a person in a normal ass day.
Imagine all the eggs you can hatch.
Oh yeah. No, I mean, 2K eggs. It was like, oh, I can do this and easily. You can do this all day. In fact, I need to go to more places so I can get eggs to hatch. But yeah, I'm just more active. I'm more active to do things, more wanting to do things.
Yeah.
When it's nice out. As soon as it's cold and it's dark, my motivation to do anything, to exercise or anything is so low because I hate being cold. And depending on if I'm working, because God, I fucking hope I'm working by then, getting off of work and then wanting, going for a walk. Well, if it's already dark and cold, I'm not going to go. I don't want to go walk outside in the cold. I don't know. It's tough.
Sure, it's tough for the weak-willed, but I, on the other hand, see the night as an invitation to.
Sure, the nighttime is the right time. Don't get me wrong. You're talking to Mr. Night Owl here, but I have to force myself to go to bed because otherwise, I feel like just a lazy piece of shit. So, the sun's up, I'm up. Helps me feel motivated. Maybe that's part of it too. This whole time change thing.
Sun's out, guns out. Yeah. Well, here's the thing: the time change really doesn't matter because you're still going to get the same amount of sun, whether you were doing standard time
That's
or
true.
daylight saving. It's really just when you're getting it, right?
Right.
So in general, you're always going to get the same number of hours. You just have to wake up earlier or something, or you just have to, what, etc. But like, it's always going to be the same. I think I just now.
You were 100% correct. The thing is that when the sun is out during the winter time is when you're at work. So you go to work, the sun's barely up, or it's coming up, and then you get off of work and it's gone already.
Yeah, I used to work at a place where I worked. We did 10-hour weeks, 10-hour days per week. So we worked and yeah, I would get there at 5, or was it 5 or 6 or whatever. We left at 5, so it must have been 6 or something. Anyway, we'd get there at 6, no sun yet. It's wintertime. Love it. The lights are on. You're secluded in your car. No one can see you. You're playing your music. You're singing out loud. Then when the work is over, it's dark again. You haven't seen the sun because you're in an office building with no windows except for the corner offices have windows. You're in cubicles. You're just like, yes, I don't know what time it is. Then you get outside and it's dark again, and you're just going home with the same feeling you did when you got there. It's like, yes, that is
okay.
Chef's kiss.
When you're doing that, and your average temperature doesn't drop below fucking 50 degrees.
Touche.
It's a lot more easier to deal with than it is to get up in the morning. The same situation, dark. It's fucking 10 degrees. There's 4 inches of snow on the ground. There's ice all over your car. You gotta scrape all that shit off, drive to work, watch 17 accidents happen, and then do the whole thing, no natural light, and then get in the car and deal with the same assholes you went to work with.
I always am in shock. Sorry to be a Mr. I don't know how snow works. I'm always in shock to see people drive through snow with tires with no chains on it. People just drive normally on regular snow tires. I mean, I realize they're snow tires, right? I realize that their treads are specific to snow. Sometimes. But they'll just drive through it like it's nothing. And it's like there's no slipping, there's no sliding. My 2 experiences of driving in snow both had me sliding somewhere. I fishtailed once in snow, and I nearly fell off a cliff in snow. Yeah.
The first car I had, I learned how to drive perpendicular to the road.
You kind of have
to. In a controlled slide, basically. Like driving in snow is something you have to learn how to do if you live here. And it's always great the first real major snowstorm that hits where you actually have, lingering snow that sticks to the ground. That's when all the transports from other places quickly learn, that once the temperature drops below 35 degrees, you got to start giving a little extra room between cars.
Yeah.
Your tires don't work the same. Even if it is dry, your tires don't work the same in cold weather. When it was turning into an automotive podcast.
Yeah.
Hey, this is a little funny. Here's a funny, Francis. I've been meaning to bring this up like the last 3 podcasts, and it's such a little tiny thing that it doesn't really mean anything, but I want to talk about it because it caught me off as just odd. Okay. I was kayfabe. I was at an event recently, and I witnessed different branches of a family.
Okay.
All eat hamburger, cheeseburger the exact same way. And it was puzzling to me. I've never seen, I'm burying the lead. I'll get to it. I've never seen anybody eat a cheeseburger this way. And I started looking around and I'm like, okay, they're all in the same family. So these people over here, that makes sense. They're all in the same family. But this other person over here, he's ancillary. And he's doing it too. This is odd. So I'll unbury myself now. So I watched a bunch of people eat a cheeseburger, hamburger, however you want to say it, open-faced.
Oh, protein style.
No.
No.
Bottom bun, burger condiments, fork and knife. No top bun.
No. That's where all the bad stuff is anyway.
On the top bun?
Top bun,
Oh,
worst
yeah.
part.
Oh, yeah, totally. No, I agree. That's all where all the flavor is, too. But it was a married couple and their daughter all doing it. And then a relative of this married couple was also doing it. And I'm just sitting there like, this is so odd. I've never seen this before. And then the ancillary person, who's not part of the family, was also doing it. I'll tell you everything when we hit unrecord. But
okay.
But I've never seen anybody. I've never seen anybody eat a cheeseburger open faced. I'm aware of protein style because thank you In-N-Out or the lettuce wrap or onion wrap. Not wrap, but onion instead of a bun. I've seen all of that. That's cool. But I've never seen an open faced sandwich. Doesn't even make sense. That's a contradiction. And the sandwich includes 2 pieces of bread.
Well, okay. I've had open face when it's like when they do the overstuff it with like chili and like, it's like these really gigantic sandwiches where they do it. They serve it open face because you're never going to put the 2 things together and eat it like a normal human being. You're going to have to eat it with a knife and fork because that's the only way to eat the burger. I've seen that. You're saying it's not that though. You're saying it's a regular hamburger.
These weren't half-pound burgers, quarter-pound burgers. These were just fucking standard frozen patty burgers. Maybe a little bit better than frozen patty, but average size burger patties. Mm-hmm. I made a real burger and I'm looking at it and like, this isn't overly large. Like I can get my mouth thing, I could still keep my dignity and get my mouth around this. Giggity. So yeah, it puzzled me. It threw me off, and
I've never seen that.
I wrote it down. I wrote it down. Click, click, ding, ding, in my phone. Opened up a note. As it was happening, I was like, I've never seen this before. This is worth talking about. I don't know if it actually is or not, but the first time I saw an open-faced sandwich at a restaurant, I was like, what does that even mean?
Well, we have a lot of it. Like I said, we have a lot of those types of restaurants where they open face it that way. But yeah,
this was in 97, 98. So
wait, this observation that you wrote down?
No. The first time I saw the first time I saw open faced anything was like in 97.
Okay.
And I had the same question that I have now. You can't call it a sandwich. Like a sandwich entails that there's a top and bottom piece of bread. That's what makes a sandwich.
It's a hot dog sandwich.
A hot dog is a sandwich, yes.
So a burger's sandwich.
Sure. Ham and cheese is a sandwich. Why not ground beef and cheese?
I mean, ham and cheese by itself is not a sandwich. You need the bread.
With bread, I'm saying a ham and cheese sandwich.
Yeah.
If you put fucking sugar on a piece of bread and another piece of bread on top of it called a sugar sandwich, that's a sandwich.
Is an Oreo a sandwich?
They call them sandwich cookies. Yes.
Don't mind me, listeners. I'm looking it up.
That style of cookie is called a sandwich cookie.
The iconic Oreo is a sandwich cookie. Okay. Go on.
So yeah, you need a top and a bottom for a sandwich. So you can't call it an open-faced sandwich. You got to just call it a fucking shit on a shingle. Because that's what it is. which is delicious, by the way. If you've never had that. Yeah, I don't really have an ending to this bit.
I mean, no, it's an odd thing to happen, so you don't really need an ending to it other than that's an odd thing for someone to do with the sandwich.
Yeah.
It's like eating, like what would be something like people eat pizzas with a knife and fork. People
I
eat,
see. I was going to bring that up because when my mom was just married or was getting ready to marry my stepdad, we met our new grandparents, or we had already met. I don't remember. We were having pizza at my new grandparents' house, and my grandpa was from Boston, and he had this fucking deep Boston accent, and I barely understood a word he said for 20 years. But when he was brand new grandpa, he stuck his head in between my brother and I as we're eating pizza. And keeping in mind, he had this really thick Boston accent, stuck his head in between us and said, "You boys want to fuck?" And I said, "Excuse me, old man." And he said it like 3 times. "You boys want to fuck? You want to fuck?" And he finally showed 2 forks in his hand. And we were, no, who the fuck eats a pizza with a fork?
a lot of people do.
Apparently. I was not aware of this. I apparently
to.
people eat hamburgers with a fork and knife too.
No matter how hot a pizza is, I will hold it until my fingers are about to fall off from the heat of the pizza. I will eat the pizza with my hands.
Oh yeah. There's a spot here, kind of they're a local spot here. And the first time I got a pizza from them, my buddy had to tell me like, "Hey man, take the paper towel and dab the top of the pizza. It's so greasy. You're going to pull it off and you're going to drip it everywhere." I didn't listen and ruined my clothes. Took that piece of pizza, folded it, and it just grease just made a crease for the grease to run right down into my shirt.
Grease for the grease.
Yeah, that was pretty good. Let's see. Speaking of grease, I've got a great idea for a show that has nothing to do with grease.
Okay.
Some people were talking about this online, and I ran with it because I thought it might be funny. So it's not a totally original idea, but people were talking about the Lando movie. I don't know why they were talking about it, but they were bringing it up. And the debates. Wasn't there a movie about Lando? Or no, it was Millennium Falcon. What was that movie?
Solo?
Solo. They were talking about Solo. I got confused. Talking about Solo. And then it broke off, starting to talk about Lando. Donald Glover played Lando, right? In that Solo movie?
Yes.
Okay. Now we're back on track. So, the idea was getting thrown around that the show would start with old man Lando in a bar in the Star Wars universe. And that's kind of where it stopped. And I picked it up from here. In a bar, playing sabacc. Okay? The I don't know what the fucking game is in Star Wars, but it's a game in Star Wars.
It's a card game, yeah.
It's a card game. So he's playing sabacc, and he's surrounded by a bunch of people at this card table. And the show would start with him starting to tell a story about something from the past. And then it would convert, and Donald Glover would act out the scenes that old, what the fuck is his name? Billy D. Williams.
Yeah.
No, Carl Weathers, right?
Should be, I think Carl Weathers, yeah.
Yeah. So Carl Weathers. Carl Weathers.
Could be Billy D. Williams. I don't know.
I don't fucking know. I think it is Billy D. Williams. Yeah, it is Billy D. Williams. So Billy D starts, it's old Billy D, and he's telling some story, and then it dissolves, and Donald Glover, you see the acting. It'd be like Red Shoe Diaries, but for Star Wars. No, I didn't hit. Okay, fuck.
Well, here the only problem with it is that I don't think anyone cares about Lando that much.
Well, that's fine. I'm just saying, the whole thing all of that was to set up the Red Shoe Diaries.
So rated X Star Wars.
No, I'm just saying, that show, it always started with David Duchovny reading the letter, and it would dissolve, and then you would see, quote unquote, see what the letter was about. So take that formula, and it's Billy D, talking about something at the sabacc table, and he tells a story, and it dissolves, and it's his voiceover still, and you see Donald Glover starting to do the thing, and he does the thing that old man was talking about, and it dissolves back to Billy D, and he's like, yeah, and I had me an oldie after that. He didn't do oldie. Colt 45.
Yes. Yeah. So it's like a what do you call it? I had it. Now only young Sheldon is showing up in my head. Where they do How I Met Your Mother.
Oh,
Young,
that's you know what? That's a better cultural reference than Red Shoe Diaries.
because How I Met Your Mother was the same thing where Bob Saget would share, right, every beginning of this. I don't know if it was every beginning. I didn't watch the shows. I don't know if it was at the beginning.
Was it
of
Bob
every
Saget?
episode. Bob Saget was the voice that you hear.
I've never seen the show.
The kids, yeah, it tells these two kids, and they filmed everything ahead of time so that the kids wouldn't age. So they filmed everything, like, even though it went longer than it was supposed to. I think it was only supposed to be like 5 seasons. It ended up being 10. But they pre-recorded everything for the most part.
I mean,
so
that's some smart thinking. That's some long-term thinking about the story you want to tell. That's pretty ingenious. You got to give credit there.
Yeah, I mean, you'll have to do the same thing with Billy D. Williams because he's fairly old, so you'd have to do every scene. You'd have to do all seasons.
Yeah, you'd have to book him for like 2 days, and
2 days,
whatever. I don't know how
he barely made it through. He barely made it to the imaginary Rise of Skywalker movie. Where he was there for like 15 minutes.
I mean, to be fair, Francis, all of us were only there for about 15 minutes.
Yeah, but you weren't flirting with your daughter in the movie.
Oh yeah. He
didn't know.
He didn't know.
His character knew, but I mean, and not his biological, like the actor's daughter, like the character.
Yeah, the character's daughter. But I mean, isn't that the setup to like a few different 80s movies where they don't know their cousins or something? Or am I just watching too much Pornhub? I don't know.
Right. Well, look, that's going to change soon now that they're banning that form of stuff in Europe and the UK.
Yes. Yeah, and apparently in a few states as well. They're starting to you need some sort of verification to whack off.
Well, in Europe, they're apparently they're passing this bill to when there's like track and field and Olympic type sports that women are in, where they wear like the really skimpy clothing and whatnot to run. It's now, I think they're trying to make it illegal to watch them preparing because you get to see everything. You can only see them when they start the race and when they end it. So you don't get to see any of the more, you don't get to see their body as much, right? So you don't get to see them show off that body. You can only see them run and win, and only from the waist up.
And so I mean, there's been debate for years. Whenever volleyball became like an Olympic summer sport, that's when I kind of remember it coming up, because of all the swimsuits that are out there for summer things, volleyball's got to be probably the most skimpy for the ladies.
And they have a choice.
And yes. And the debate is, why do they have to wear thongs, basically?
Because they chose to.
They chose to, yeah. It's
I mean, now they do. You're right. Back then, it was part of like the uniform, where that was how it was. But nowadays, it is now a choice.
But even in the mid '90s, wearing a thong or a G-string was scandalous. Now it's just fucking underwear. I wear them all the time
now. I mean, I went to Santa Monica. Yes, you wear your banana hammock as often as you possibly can. No, I went to Santa Monica a few weeks ago for that turtles thing, and yeah, like I would say about 75% of the women there, no matter the age, like I saw some 60-year-olds just riding up that booty hole. It's like, okay, good for you.
Hey,
I'm glad you're proud of your body.
Man, I mean, don't do that. We have an official that's all about showing his asshole to the sun, so maybe who knows? I don't know where to go from there. Oh, actually, no, I do. Speaking of assholes, there seems to be a problem with some people's assholes holding together. Supposedly, there's an issue with some lettuce, and for whatever reason, Taco Bell is the epicenter of investigation and finger pointing, I guess, right now. Although no other fast food places are getting rid of lettuce. So why are we all pointing at Taco Bell?
This is only happening in 4 Midwest states. Okay, so it's only happening those Taco Bells in the Midwest states, which is why they're not getting raves and busters, because they're too busy dealing with this cyclosporiasis outbreak that's happening. 4,000 people have been...
Otherwise known as explosive diarrhea, which, I mean, I didn't know that we're naming different versions of diarrhea. I mean, isn't diarrhea explosive just in its, natural state?
You just run. You just like...
Points!
But yes. So the CDC is looking into this. Don't eat your Taco Bell. So the joke... First off, I didn't know it was an actual thing when Josh told me about this thing pre-show. I didn't realize it was an actual thing that was happening. Because I eat Taco Bell, not regularly, but I eat it enough to where like I've never had issues with it. And I have.
Yeah, I'm not regular enough that they know my name when I walk in.
Yeah, but I've eaten enough to where like I went back for the old menu when they did the classic menu. I went to eat there when they did the classic menu, stuff like that. I never had the runs. Never had explosive diarrhea. And I thought, oh, because it's a joke. Haha. Everyone thinks they get it because Taco Bell is awful. It's like, it's not that bad. And then there's an article that says, no, really, you're going to get explosive diarrhea from the lettuce. It's like, oh, okay. Yeah.
I think it's really funny that lettuce is always the culprit.
It's raw.
I understand
you have
that.
To clean it.
Well, yeah. But it's just... Yeah, you have to clean it. It grows out of the dirt, but you got to clean it. It grows on dirt. Comes from the dirt, whatever. It's always lettuce. I can think of 5 or 6 times in the last 10 years where you go to the Wendy's or let's just choose Wendy's. You get a burger and they're like, "Oh, we're not doing lettuce right now because of this or that." It's always lettuce.
Yeah.
It's just weird. It's not onions. It's not tomatoes typically. I think tomatoes have come up once or twice.
I think tomatoes come up, yeah.
But it's always lettuce. What the? How do you get E. coli on that much lettuce? Who's just fucking? Can we get the people that run that show, that the Lando Show, and find out where all the fucking people are shooting E. coli, since they find cum everywhere and they can find E. coli everywhere too, maybe?
I think
I've never watched that show either.
I think they normally cook the onions, don't they?
I don't know, man. You get raw onions on a burger. I mean, yes, you can get caramelized onions, but not everybody goes to In-N-Out all the time, Francis.
Caramelized onions.
I would all the time if you could, but you can't.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, if they cooked the lettuce, this wouldn't be an issue.
Well, that's true.
Just burn the lettuce.
Yeah. I mean, everybody likes wilted lettuce. Warm wilted lettuce.
You can cook the tomatoes.
I've always thought lettuce on a burger was weird anyway.
Really? I feel like it complements the
I mean, it gives you some crunch, but it doesn't add flavor.
Yeah.
It's just texture. To me, anyway. Yeah, there's something else I was going to say after what you were saying. Now it's gone.
Good night, Ginger. Thanks for hanging out.
Yeah, no, I never experienced explosive anything from Taco Bell. And I was a big fan of their experimental stuff, like in the late 90s when they did like what was that? The chicken Caesar grilled stuffed burrito. Or is a chicken Caesar salad in a burrito.
Okay.
It was delicious. I'm just saying.
Okay.
I'm just saying it's great. You know, it was experimental. Who's putting, you know, how does that even work? But it did.
Good question.
It worked great. It worked great. Grilled stuff, baby. No, I don't remember what I was going to say based off what you were saying before, but
it's okay. It's
It's
okay.
gone.
Grill your meat, grill everything. If you want to make sure there's no bacteria on all of your food, just cook all the vegetables. Just cook them all.
Just cook everything.
Cook everything.
Yeah.
Well done burger.
That's actually a thing, Francis. Let me just, as an aside here, when I go to a restaurant and you ask me how I want my burger cooked, I get annoyed because burgers come in two forms, a little pink or none at all.
That's true.
So don't ask. They're like, what temperature do you want your burger cooked? Safe to eat. Like, hamburger isn't something you should have the choice for.
Yeah, I think burger, because a lot of, look, it's because of the steak phenomenon, right? Like steak has to be medium.
Right.
Medium rare, medium rare. I have to
I
have mine
prefer
medium well. Yeah.
Oh, really? Okay.
Well, because if it's not cooked well enough, medium to medium well is like around the range I can eat a steak. Because if it's not cooked enough, it can have stuff that can hurt me. So I can't.
I mean, for medical reasons and whatnot, I'm all for really cook your steak to whatever temperature you enjoy steak at. But I'm going to laugh at you if it's anything outside and higher than medium.
Yeah, well, yeah. I have to do it for medical reasons.
Yes.
True. But
yes.
yeah.
But
if you're healthy, you better get it. But I want to get it. I think it's called blue. Is it
blue? Blue is one stage under rare. 115 degrees, I think, is what blue is.
I've always wanted to try blue. I can never try it now.
But see, to me, blue is kind of what was that shit we had in Seattle? The steak tartare.
Steak tartare.
To me, that's basically blue. I mean, it's not because it's refrigerated, I guess, but that's as close to blue as we're gonna get.
Right.
Because I don't even think if you go to probably New York, Chicago, Vegas, maybe LA, at a high-end steakhouse, you might be able to do blue, but no, you're not going to be able to go to Texas Roadhouse and get a fucking blue steak. You barely get a rare steak at Texas Roadhouse. Everybody freaks out. But I'm the guy that freaks out with hamburger. Like, I don't ask me what temperature, just a little pink or none. Those are the two temperatures. Pittsburgh style.
The choice. That's yeah.
What is Pittsburgh style? I'm
Pittsburgh.
Swiss and Bullets. Speak up. What is Pittsburgh style?
It's heated to Pittsburgh style is where the outside is practically burnt, but the inside is still nice and pink.
Black and blue. Interesting. I've had pork ribs that way on accident.
Pittsburgh rare, so it's super high heat, cooked really quickly on the outside, so it's charred and black, and then the middle is still pink and raw.
Interesting.
I can't have that, but you should try it. Try it for me.
What's that Japanese style cooking where they do everything on that flat top right in front? Not hibachi, but
teppanyaki.
Teppanyaki, yeah. That with some wagyu, that'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Those YouTube videos, I'm sitting there going, man, this is like a $350 lunch, and the guy's getting like a 6-ounce steak for that one. That I hope it's the greatest steak he's ever had in his life.
It probably was. Apparently, wagyu's apparently delicious. So,
I've had a couple bites before.
I've never had, but I haven't. I don't know if it's true
I don't-
Wagyu. Like
I don't know if
yeah.
I've had Japanese A5 Wagyu.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever had that. I've had American Wagyu, which is, tender and flavorful. But yeah, I don't have the money to do Japanese Wagyu. The A5 stuff, you barely can touch it because it starts melting in your hand as soon as you touch it. That's the kind of beef I want that melts in your hand. That's awesome. Well, I guess we're done. Then we start talking about fucking beef.
It's all good.
Yeah, it's all good. We'll be back next week for more jibber jabber and whatever this is. Francis, where can people find you on the internets if they wanted to do so?
Well, thank you, Mr. T. Because he says jibber jabber. Yeah, no
Jibber
jibber
jabber.
jabber. Yeah, hey, linktree.com/aka the other guy. Go check it out. People continue to buy books one at a time. I'll get my little royalty every once in a while. It's very nice. But more people should go and buy books.
I
Go
pity
back to word of mouth.
I pity the fool that doesn't go to his link tree and buy some books.
Linktree.com/aka the other guy.
You can find me at linktree.com/the303ninja for everything POI interested and me interested stuff. No big updates coming, though that can always change. A lot of this depends on if I'm going to be working or not, but hopefully hitting some more conventions. There is a pinball thing that's coming up pretty soon that I've been wanting to go to for like 4 years, and it just happens around my birthday, and I just never can get there. But I'm hoping to get there this year because a whole room full of pinball on free play sounds like a great time to me. More summer and fun stuff coming up for next week. I think I'm not gonna try and stretch us out this time. So have a good night. Francis, you got anything to say?
So you want me to stretch it out?
I mean, if you think you can for another 40 seconds.
No, just shut it down.
Okay, we're shutting it down. See you later. Bye.